Hey guys, it's Kevin from Mandatory Fun Time with Nichole.
Hello.
On camera for once. It's been a long time, and we had attended Blizzcon.
We did.
And we wanted to. Time has settled. Things have all the drama and the hype have settled down a little bit. So I think we take some time to relate some of our experiences, what we think, and just say hi to everybody. It's been a long time, so
It has.
Want to get back out there and say hello to you guys. So
Hello.
Diving right in, how was your BlizzCon 2018?
Well,
On a scale of 1 to 10, before getting into any details.
Scale of 1 to 10, I would say 5 or 6.
5 or 6? Yeah, I mean,
I didn't hate it.
We've been to 3 BlizzCons.
Yes.
3 BlizzCons, this is the third one. And I'm not going to lie, this has probably been my worst BlizzCon ever.
I agree, because the first one, you have the anticipation of never being there before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be exciting no matter what.
Yep.
The second year, of course, they announced Battle for Azeroth.
Yeah,
so everyone lost their shit, of course. But this year, yeah, they need to get it together.
Yeah. So right off the bat, why? For me, I'm going to say 3 good things, I'm going to say 3 bad things, I'm going to break down the specifics. What can I say? It's easy to go to negative, so positive. The openings... Oh, no, that was definitely a bad...
Excuse our bulldog.
So, yeah, our shitty lighting in our camera. So the first, right off the bat, opening ceremony was a disaster. So we have Jalen...
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, Jalen Bragg's first BlizzCon as CEO. President. What's his title?
President.
Yeah, president of Blizzard.
BlizzCon, yeah.
And
or Blizzard, yeah.
Yeah, so we know that there's a change of leadership and a changing of hand. So I mean, it's not completely unexpected that we saw a lot of presenters that have never really as far as I know, have never presented at BlizzCon before. And there was a lot of nervousness. There was a lot of stuttering. There was a lot of dead air.
There was. And at one moment, one of the stages completely went mute.
Yeah. So when the Hearthstone presentation, the guy was all out. He was super excited. He was going, and nobody could hear what the fuck he was saying. And then, like, you could see in the audience, people were messing around on their phones and shit. Nobody knew what was happening.
I don't think many people cared.
And the only one that seemed to have their shit together was Overwatch. Overwatch was the only time out of the entire presentation of the opening ceremony that, like, they were ready and prepared and had some level of experience about what they were.
Of course, because that's all BlizzCon was this year, was Overwatch. Like, I made a joke, like, it should have been called OverwatchCon, because I felt like they completely forgot that, yes, I agree, a lot of people do really like Overwatch. I personally am not one of them, but, that's fine. Everyone has different, likes or whatever.
So first good point.
Oh, see, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to be positive. Overwatch team, you had your shit on the opening ceremony, and you were able to capture that energy and excitement. And so, yeah, Overwatch, good.
Okay.
The rest of the show, first negative, opening ceremony, with the exception of Overwatch team, complete shit show. I'm not even going to get into the drama with Diablo. That might be a whole different topic altogether. It's been played out to death, and...
But they were there, so it's an
an
honorable mention.
If you haven't heard about what the fuck going on, just
I don't think
just
anyone's
Google search.
Not heard about it.
You don't have cell phones, and
yeah,
you'll
obviously
see.
You don't have a $1,000 cell phone that's going to be able to carry this game.
And I definitely have my opinions. I definitely have my words about this because I am a original Diablo player.
Yes.
It is the second Blizzard game I have ever played. And I'm not talking about Diablo 2, which is I'm talking about old, 8 directions, no talent trees.
I have not
takes 30 minutes to go from the town to the dungeon, and that's so walk.
Yeah.
I have been there from the beginning. I even got to beta test Diablo 2.
Nice.
And then I had my whole thing with Diablo 3, so... Yeah, that'll be a content for another day. But right now, so definitely first negative, the opening ceremony. It's just a shit show.
It was bad
all the way around. Good thing. That curry truck we had was really tasty. That was
Oh my god, if anybody knows the name of that curry truck, please let us know. It was so good, and we've been craving it for weeks.
It was delicious.
It was so good. I never hardly ever eat the entire bowl of curry.
Yeah.
Like, not even at Coco's.
Yeah. Well, Coco's Ichibani is this Japanese joint that we fell in love with.
It's amazing.
But
But yeah, I ate the whole thing. It was so good. Totally worth the extra money.
Yeah. Negative. God, there's so much to choose from. Oh my god, the overcrowding. So.
Yes.
So.
Third day of ticket sales, not so much.
So I was under the impression that what Blizzard did was that they just took all the ticket sales and made 3 days worth of sales. Somebody decided that. My brother was telling me that no, they actually sold extra tickets. So we had, I don't even know how many extra people were there, but it was at least 7,000 extra people. If not more. Yeah. And
you could feel it though. Like, even though it's always crowded, you felt it this time. I mean, it felt like an endless loop of being at Disneyland and not really getting any rewards. Like, you get like a 2-minute ride and that's it.
And I'm gonna get it. We're gonna get into further detail because I have a whole spiel about this. But the overcrowding at BlizzCon, oh my god, not good. Yeah. But that definitely put a huge damper on my day. It caused me to yell at a few people. I almost lost my temper.
It's true.
And so yeah, it was a good time in that front. Plus. Last plus. We only need one more. It's okay. We can do this. Third plus.
Well, it was something I was super excited about.
Okay.
But I wasn't able to achieve my dream. And that's in getting the Overwatch cereal.
That's not, how's that a plus?
Because I think the cereal is kind of like a fun idea.
Oh.
But I wasn't able to try it, therefore.
Nichole.
My dreams were smashed.
She thought it was good. So she's saying that this year they announced.
What is it called?
It's called Lucy O's.
There we go.
That there's an actual real life cereal for.
I thought that was kind of fun, and I thought that
Lucy O's.
It was kind of like something different, and the fact that they were like handing them out, I thought was kind of fun, but I didn't make it.
The next sugary addiction for your children today.
I love sugary cereals. Captain Crunch. Okay.
Okay, and then final negative. What would you? I'll let you have this one. Third negative.
I feel like we touched on a lot of them, but I do feel like their attitude at Diablo was so condescending and so rude, and I just felt like it was so uncalled for. And I understand why so many people are upset. And I feel like it would have been okay if they would have been like, okay, well, going back to like the cell phone game, kind of retracting, but going back to the cell phone game, you know, maybe it is great. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. And I didn't try the demos, which, okay, my bad. But I just felt like if they were like, hey, maybe, you know, like hinting at Diablo 4, but saying in the meantime we have this, I felt like people would have felt a lot better about it.
Yeah, I think that would have.
But I felt like they were condescending.
The thing that's so insulting about this is I've watched a ton of videos as I've made you suffer through about this subject and different people's reactions.
But I understand
and
why people are upset.
Yeah, and everybody, the answer was very, very clear. It's not that people wouldn't have been upset, but if you had just said, hey, like if you just flashed an icon saying Diablo 4, and then oh my god,
that was it.
The response would have been amazingly different. Yeah, nobody wants to see your favorite IP become a cell phone game because there's just so many things affiliated with cell phone games that just. I mean, I could go on for days. Like example, right? And example. So there are cell phone games that I like a lot, right?
Of course.
And so, like, I'll get a new phone, and I'll log into the same game, and like all my progress will be gone. Same game, same server, different phone, everything's gone.
And if you tried the demo, please let us know. But I just feel like you're going to have to be plugged in at all times.
I just felt my phone dying even watching the preview. But it's like, I was like, oh, okay, there's a huge demo there. I'm going to go try it out. And then as soon as that announcement went down, I'm just like, fuck it, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm fucking done. I can't, I mean, I could.
And we weren't even there live. We had to watch it.
So, okay, so let's just jump right in. Okay, so Diablo, right? So, I've been speculating for a while what this has been. And ever since, what's his name, came back to the company, he's been saying that he believes that the cell phone market is a huge untapped market. So
You kind of knew that was coming.
I knew there was a cell phone games coming. And Diablo seemed like the easy target because, you know, there's a lot of dungeon crawlers in the cell phone market today. And if they're just clones of Diablo, why not the original make a clone of themselves? So I mean, it seemed pretty obvious that this was the way they were going to go, but the fact that they outsourced it was just like, okay, so you're outsourcing to a notoriously predatory, microtransaction laden heavy company that has a track record of these practices that nobody really enjoys, and it's like. Cell phone games are such a flash in the pan because cell phones go through so many different iterations that my phone right now could not handle Diablo Immortal.
Right.
And I can...
Mine could, but...
Maybe. We don't know because we don't have the game.
Right.
We're not trying to play it. But it's going to take a pretty powerful cell phone.
Which actually makes me wonder what phones they used for the demos. I'm wondering what they did.
I think they were S10s.
Mine's an S8. Probably was an S10 because to tie in like with T-Mobile being there and the new S10s.
Yeah. But it's just like, I don't know. They don't really like have a longevity. I mean, it's like you look at different markets of different cell phone games, and aside from like the mega heavies, like Candy Crush and insert popular fucking cell phone game here. They're all real low res, low.
Like you can play Hearthstone on your phone, no problem.
Yeah,
it's just a big file.
Well, it has a nice cartoony style.
Yes,
that like
you can really play it on any platform.
Besides like all the effects and shit, like it's not like a 3D heavy game, and that's where I think a lot of these games they really do have longevity. Because if you're playing Clash of Clans, you don't really need a super powerful phone. And so when you get these weird niche games that are like, okay, this is going to have a high... I mean, we don't know much about the cell phone game, but it's just... I don't know, it's just... I feel Blizzard, you're like 5 years too late to jump on the fucking cell phone bandwagon. Like, this is... You're really behind the curve, and I know you're trying to make up for lost time, but... Yeah.
And I felt like, kind of going back like to the whole Overwatch thing, I kind of felt like...
Well, okay, so let's stay for the record for our lovely viewers here. What's your problem with Overwatch? Because if you alluded to it and you have a problem with Overwatch, what is your problem with Overwatch?
I mean, I don't like first-person shooters.
Yep. Okay.
They make me nauseous, so it's really hard for me to play them.
Okay. To
really see if I would like them or not.
Yep.
I just felt like, and again, maybe it is a really good game, and I thought that. You know, all the news they had regarding Overwatch, like, that would be really exciting, like, if I liked Overwatch, but I just felt like it was too much Overwatch, like, even in, like, the little loot boxes, or, like the mystery boxes even, that we stood in line for, like, an hour.
They had these real live loot boxes at Blizzcon. They cost about $40 a pop.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of stuff inside of it, like, you were getting your money's worth.
People were buying 15 of them!
So $40 a pop, and that's how we got our phallic friend over here.
Yeah, because we would never buy this. This is so phallic. We would never buy this.
From Team Overwatch, we have... I don't play Overwatch, but this we won in our loot box and is the most phallic...
It's so bad.
Thing.
I don't know who thought of this, but...
Come on now.
It's so bad.
That...
Yeah. No. But even
if you know what this is, what the hell's going on with
let
this?
me know, because
I have no idea.
Is it a cucumber? I don't know.
This is...
Is it a hot dog? I really don't know what food group this is in.
So we got this in the loot crate, and you know, like when you're looking through like the merchandise.
That's my timer.
When you're looking through the merchandise, like at BlizzCon, the BlizzCon exclusive merchandise, not exclusive, but whatever. The packet that you got to go through the Blink store, over half of the book was Overwatch.
Yeah, and
like
he's
going back.
You should have the timer.
Yeah, I'll show.
All the mystery boxes. Or I can't say all of them. I didn't see all.
We only got one.
Right.
We got one
Our
$40
mystery,
box.
yeah, our loot box. I was super excited because there was a shadow plushie in there. What is it called? A shadow pup?
Oh,
Shadow? I'm not sure.
I think it's just Shadow.
Shadow.
That
I was super excited about because I did not have him, so that was fun. I mean, he's so freaking adorable. Look at him, and he lights up. I mean, just stop. But it was also really Overwatch heavy, and I understand that. Okay, I get it. People like Overwatch, but people also really like World of Warcraft and Hearthstone, and I felt like there was hardly any
There's
of
even
that.
Heroes
Hearthstone has been taken down to the basement. I mean, like, we get the hint. And WoW, I felt like they really didn't have much to talk about.
And
it was
that's
disappointing.
And that was really because like both BlizzCons that I've been to, beside this one, you in your opening ceremony you got that really exciting. Here's your little exciting thing.
Yes.
And they said they're like, oh, Battle for Azeroth, it's a thing. Oh, and then you got classic release date, which is pretty exciting for the classic crowd, but it wasn't until the next day. Did you get any sort of real information, any sort of real revelation, anything really exciting? We had the awesome moment with Chris Metzen where he came out and went into the Q&A.
Yeah.
But it took a whole day. And I was sitting there and we were going over prediction results. And, we had predicted that Classic would have a release date. That's cool. The cell phone game. Me and brother Nathan were talking about before BlizzCon about, okay, what was this big Diablo announcement?
Yeah.
And we were like, well, they have already shot down Diablo 4.
Yep.
I already made my claim with the cell phone. That's where I saw that coming. But Nathan was like, oh, what if they release the Druid? And I was like, I didn't even think about that. But apparently that was on a lot of people's mind, that there was going to be another character pack. Or maybe even an expansion for a game pushing 8 years now. I don't know how long since the last... I mean, we had a character pack 2 years ago. That was the most... The Necromancers. And so, I mean, I'm not a huge current Diablo 3 player. Even though I picked it up on the Switch and have been enjoying the shit out of that.
But I feel like, I mean...
But if you play only that game, that's a long time to go without anything.
Yes.
And you're just sitting there starving for anything.
And we're really fortunate because we literally live 20 minutes away from the convention center. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine people coming from overseas and they're like, what the hell?
Yeah, especially if they came there to hear about what this big...
I mean, we spent a lot of money and we live 20 minutes